right now. How interesting. Did I get the spawns right? I did. Excellent. Zath! Talk to me about BONKS. What are they bringing? What do we got?
BONKS has chosen to bring in Ohio Yamato, Double Des Moines, Nevsky, Gearing, Kleber, Z52 again, and Yu Yang.
Indeed. Opposing them from the south spawn, SCCC bringing in Ohio and a Shikishima to the dance, fronted by Double Des Moines, Double Nevsky, Gearing, a Z52 of their own. That's Fuzzballs. We saw him on this map earlier today. And Everett's Harugumo. Now, the Destroyer imbalance, we'll be curious to see how that plays out. But again, Zath, I think so much of it, the early game, is going to come down to how these Z52s play out and what kind of support these guys get to make how those engagements unfold.
Oh, absolutely, yes. And also, we have a Shikishima on the enemy team. So that's going to, or not enemy, sorry, on SCCC's team. So that'll be interesting to see how it works. I'm so used to calling red enemy when I go over replays.
Give me one sec.
I haven't seen a lot of the NA teams. Has Shiki been a pretty predominant battleship throughout the other battles?
It's been consistent. We've seen quite a bit of Shikishima. It's not every game, but, I'd say 35, 40% of the time, maybe you usually see one.
Yeah, we saw some on EU during the finals earlier this morning.
Yeah.
And they were talking about why bring a Shikishima. One of the things that I think a lot of people forget about is the Shikishima's got a really great reload.
Yeah, that reload has surprised some people.
You might think that you're safe to turn out and run, and then boom, here comes another salvo while you're like mid-turn. Catches you all the time. Here's Shiki's shots on Broad BONKS Yamato.
Chatbonk has his Hydra.
Has the salvo coming in, Marin.
Chatbonk has his Hydra open. B hasn't picked up Fuzzballs yet. Fuzzballs does not have his up. Both Z52s camping bottom and northern ends of their caps respectively. This is more like what I would have expected to see earlier, right? That we talked about this after the Star Brazil game about how diving that Z52 in really just commits you, and you may struggle to get that ship out. You see here neither team making that mistake here in game 2.
But this is kind of showing what I was talking about too with the Z52 push from the south. Fuzzball's pushing in, but he actually has some support with Battleship difference.
He does.
So he did just take a big hit.
Well, Battleship. We've seen Yamato. We've seen Des Moines in this position get wrecked before. Absolutely hammered. From the Battleship, very similar in a position to very similar to Broadbonk up there. So taking the Moskva off the board means that, you kind of, I won't say you're forced into, but you're more likely to grab a Des Moines or maybe a Stalingrad for this position. And it makes, if it's a Des Moines, it makes it easier for the likes of a Yamato to punish him.
Right.
Both teams.
Here comes some shells.
Both teams today trying to smoke up a cruiser into this critical island over here. Everett's going to try and dodge these torpedoes. Harugumo not cooperating, but he does manage it. Oh, where was that?
Wow.
Where was that?
Can't bonk on C-cap, South
goodness
Sea.
gracious.
In the death snail.
In the smoke. Well done.
Was he just not running Hydra? He didn't see those two coming in?
I
guess not.
Must not have had his Hydro up. Deepwater torps from Can't Bonk making a big impact over here at C. Up a ship, but down a cap.
Lock for that flank.
Yeah, that's a big change.
Torpedoes.
That should allow BONKS to solidly pick up the C cap. Go back to A. Both teams trying their little cruiser smoke snail to get a cruiser up here. Now, Battleship Nagato just got absolutely hammered getting up here. Look at him. He's down to like 15% of his health pool already. We're not even 5 minutes into the game.
Both of us were looking at him.
Yeah.
And then that Nevsky went down, Moto, and we're like, what?
Yeah. Big salvos going in on turret bonk. Nothing doing, really. He does take some damage, but nothing catastrophic.
Oh, yeah. But that's that Des Moines island we were talking about before.
We've seen Des Moines at that island. We've seen Minotaur at that island. We've seen Goliath at that island, Zath.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, one of the most effective plays we saw along this flank was using a Goliath because, and I forget who it was, but somebody was using a Goliath to burn out the Des Moines on the northeastern corner of the A-cap over here, and it worked like a charm. It took a little while, but they got it done.
Yep. Now look at Everett using that Haragumo to just lol pen all of Turret Bonk's armor. He doesn't care. He just fires HE, holds down left mouse button.
Mm-hmm. Bonks out to about a 50-point lead here on the strength of that early kill south of the C-cap. They're now setting up for a push down the 8-9 line. Unit comes radar going up, catching Sinners out here. Sinner's going to take some chip damage from the Kleber and from the Nevsky, and even Camp Bonks Yu Yang's guns getting in on the action. Surprising amount of damage, down to about half HP already. Even the Ohio shell's coming in for the fun.
Yeah,
that is a punished.
That is a punish. That's a lot of punishment for a single radar.
He might go down at the rate that he's losing his HP.
Like he literally just lost.
Yeah.
20, 78, like 80% of his HP under one radar. But even more, goodness, it's like 90% now because he's still going.
They're continuing to shoot at him, and for whatever reason, Sinners wasn't really dodging much. Yeah. He just kept going.
He just kind of kept going with the smoke. Never really used his rudder there very much to dodge. Chatbonk's losing 90%. His Z52 duel at B. Fuzzball's using smoke coupled by the Des Moines radar that's backing him up. And again, you know, we see now Bonks making kind of a, I won't say the mistake, but the same decision to leave their Z52 in the middle of the board unsupported.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, at this point, why leave him there? You can't win that cap. You will not win against the Z Hydro and the Des Moines.
Look at Marin. Look at Marin at A.
Yeah, he is being very aggressive.
What happened here?
Why?
Why you do this?
What knocked most of his hit points down? Was it the torpedoes coming off of?
I mean,
we were watching the other stuff, but I have a strong feeling it was both Bonks Des Moines's.
I mean, at this point, they just melted to death.
Yeah. Unfortunately, losing the Nevsky on the east flank, I think, threw that flank for them, and I think Battleship Difference is going to pay for that.
Mm. Everett goes down to Turret Bonks Des Moines.
Oof.
That's not
but the torpedoes,
Revenge Torps.
Revenge Torps.
Nice.
Take him with it, so they trade ships over here on the one line. Bonks now on a 2-ship lead. Make that
there goes the gearing.
Make that a 3-ship lead as Signer's Nest gearing goes down over here, down on the I line.
Green's now forced to deal with Camp Bonks Yu Yang.
Everything coming up Bonks here in game 2. They've got a great strategy, a great play going on here. You know, it's interesting. We talked about the criticality, the B cap. Bonks has never owned the B cap. Fuzzballs has arguably out-traded Chatbonk at the B cap, and yet it hasn't really made a difference in this game. The difference has been over on the 8-9 line.
Yep, that initial Lucky Torp salvo kill, I mean, sealed the deal for that side.
Yep.
Now, Zinky Thighs is in trouble.
Broadbonk pushing in to try and punch out Dark Angel. No, he slowed down. He's taking his shots on Battleship Difference instead.
He probably knows that if he goes too far in, he won't, be overextended, he'll be showing too much side to everything else. He doesn't need to really push, right? They're on a 3-ship advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can hold while that east flank continues to push forward.
Suki Thighs, though, is probably going to go out. I don't see any real safety for him.
Balbonk making the Kleber charge with the French radar. First salvo missing. Now, Battleship Difference is not alone out here. Fuzzball's Z52 is right there with him.
Balbonk just YOLOing at him.
Balbonk landing only 2 torps out of that salvo, but the follow-up salvo is going to get him. Is going to get Battleship Difference as he grounds himself. Probably going to cost him his ship, I'm guessing. No, they must have lost sight of him. They have. They can't see him anymore.
Jeez.
He may sneak away on a few thousand HP. Nope, Fuzzballs is going to come out and finish the deal. It's going to cost Fuzzballs some health, but it's a good trade.
I think Fuzz is going to go down too.
Fuzz, oh my goodness! Oh my
Wow.
goodness! Sergeant Hattie's Ohio ready for
point-
that.
And at this point, folks, that entire east side of the map is gone.
Yep, 3-ship lead, a cap lead, 200 points in climbing. We're just past the halfway mark of the match, but the carnage has been just total. SCCC has been just devastated this game so far.
Yep.
I
This may
apologize.
very well be their first loss of this season, King of the Sea for them.
Indeed, I apologize. SCCC actually has a cap lead right now, but that will change momentarily because Chatbonk's about to step onto B with one of the Nevskis backing him up.
I mean, unfortunately, both those cruisers essentially can't move. No matter where they go, they're going to get crossfired in some way.
Pretty much.
Yep.
2 cruisers.
Peregrina's forced all the way to the back of the map trying to save his star.
Yep, 2 cruisers and an oh. Damn. That was cold, Zath. That was cold even for you.
Oh, he and I have
I
met so
guess.
many times in ranked.
He'll watch the replay later and get a good chuckle, I'm sure.
Yep. Oh, look at this Dark Angel popping out right in front of Brabant. He's ready.
I mean, he probably just said, well, this is
Yeah.
how it's going to go. This is how it's going to go,
Yeah.
you know? And Devo is coming right with him, so...
Yep. I believe SCCC has done what they refer to in Warcraft as call the wipe.
Yes. They think you can't get both of us.
That's right. When you look at the board and you realize your position is completely untenable, you're just dragging out the inevitable.
Yeah.
Oh, that salvo from Broadbonk missed completely on Dark Angel. Missed every single shell.
Yep.
Ooh, is just ravaging him with AP, man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he obviously doesn't care.
Yeah.
There's those 180s.
I mean, even Peregrinus is just driving north now.
What are the chances of you getting an Ohio tip touch?
Probably not. Probably not.
You think they said that in chat? Ram? Question mark.
Random question mark?
All over but the crying here on Game 2, as BONKS will become the first team to take a game off of SCCC in this King of the Sea.
There it is. Nice broadside, easy clap. And he's going to die to torpedoes.
Indeed, the Yang Torpedoes will come in and end Peregrinus' game. Gogo taking a ton of Nevsky AP will end his game just as quickly. And there it is.
There it is.
BONKS with the winning Game 2, evening up the series, 1 apiece.
Great game.
Was a good game.
Well, I'm joined with my